And today I want to start my speech by asking the question, what illness do you fear the most? Cancer, diabetes, heart disease? The doctors check for those, but often the killer is inside your head. Unseen and unheard of, until it boils over and makes itself apparent. But by that time, it is too late. This silent circumstance is suicide, particularly in men. Every year in America, 6 million men suffer from depression, another 3.02 million of panic disorder, and of the 3.5 million with schizophrenia, 90% are male. 2/3 of suicides worldwide come from men, and men are 4 times more likely to die by suicide than women. All that being said, what is it that makes men so likely to die by suicide? Mental health issues are common in both men and women. However, men are much less likely to voice their issues or talk about their concerns. So, going downhill. Mental illness is a highly complex and diverse affliction, and the root of the cause is seldom discovered when no one is talking about it. Some major causes include, but are not limited to, childhood abuse, trauma or neglect, social isolation, experiencing discrimination and stigma, social disadvantages such as poverty or debt, bereavement, long-term stress, and having a long-term physical health condition. So, the war on mental illness. Veterans who have experienced war are highly likely to return with some sort of mental illness. Of 60,000 troops deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, 18% reported PTSD, and another 20% of veterans reported heavy drinking and suffered from alcoholism and substance abuse. Manhood and mental health. So, low testosterone levels are seen to be directly correlated to symptoms of depression, such as lack of confidence, loss of interest, as well as loss of, you don't pursue anything. And seeing as how testosterone has decreased generationally, with Gen Zers and millennials having much less lower testosterone levels than their predecessors, the relationship is apparent. So, a healthy body is a healthy mind. Exercise releases endorphins. And endorphins are the body's feel-good chemicals. So, exercise is also seen as the body's natural painkiller because of the effect of these endorphins. And exercise also increases testosterone levels and increases your status in society, which leads to positive physiological and psychological changes. So let's talk about breaking stereotypes. So, breaking stereotypes. Stoicism and enduring hardships it's very useful. It's a useful skill set to have. However, there is a breaking point. So, society that expects men to endure everything, endure all hardships, endure everything without fail. And due to this cutthroat standard, the distresses of men are often ignored until they start inflicting harm to themselves or especially others. So, books judged by the cover. Women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something. Chris Rock. This quote highlights how the value of men is determined by the fruits of their labor and what value they bring with them. This is why often men themselves are ignored. It's overlooked. So basically what I mean by this is that men themselves are externally labeled, and what's on the inside is overlooked. So, redefining strength. Strength, my own definition of strength, is the ability/capacity to do what's hard. In terms of physical strength, lifting weights, physical strength is your ability, your capacity. How much weight you can lift determines how much you can overpower the effects of gravity. And the same can be said in mental resilience, but in both, there is a breaking point. Let's put it like this. A strong man attempts a lift overhead press, 100 pounds. Seems easy, right? Now, keep consistently piling on weight until you've reached 700 pounds. And let the cutthroat standards of society be like heavy resistance bands, further increasing the sheer difficulty of bearing such weight. Now, it seems impossible. But imagine this. All the fans of said strongman joined in to help him with the lift. Now, it seems easy. It's many people. So basically, my point is that with support, the tongue turns to a feather. And the same thing can be said for a man with a family or a community. So, a boy against the world. A boy who couldn't sit still in class, who couldn't focus through the lesson, who had a hard time doing homework. At a young age, that boy was me. So, I was given all kinds of labels, numerous repercussions, and I was constantly compared to other, more diligent students and told to be like them. The result? Rage. I didn't know what I was. I didn't fit the mold. I didn't even fit the mold of being disabled because of my outstanding reading skills, vast vocabulary, and excellent test scores. So what was I? My parents answered that question for me. For every time a teacher suggested that I had severe ADHD and I could not be helped, my father, who is a geneticist, firmly shut down their claims. And for every time all of my classmates went to tell on me to my mother, expecting to get me in trouble, she told them, mind your own business. So, and I cannot forget my grandparents, who gave me endless love, wisdom, and good food. So, my point is, support and love is what everyone needs to pull through. Digging deep. Men do not voice their concerns due to self-consciousness and not wanting to lose respect in society. However, for the problem to be solved, to find the solution, the problem must be addressed. Men's mental health support groups are available and are an outlet for men to connect with each other who understand what they're going through. As well as testosterone levels, for instance, can be boosted by healthy sleep, exercise, weightlifting, abstinence from alcohol and tobacco. So this is another way to uplift your spirits and your body. And no matter the case, it is time for us to take action. Make sure to reach out to a man in your life and check up on them before you lose them. That was my speech. Thank you so much.